iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racing enthusiasts all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. The car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and racing teams. Our skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly racing series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 200,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams, race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12-Hour. Participate in solo races, championship seasons, and hosted and league events with AI Racing. With a rapidly expanding catalog of 70-plus cars and 85-plus tracks from real-world racing series, test your abilities with challenging computer-based competition. Additional partners include IMSA, the World of Outlaws, and Supercars, allowing members to participate in their very own Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, Sebring 12-Hour, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV for what is your Gamble Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder Spring Season Week number 4. Tonight we come to you live from the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway here in Peevely, Missouri. Brett Wheeler with you for the call as we get set for the first of two races here on Ultimate Dirt TV, 4 on the coast to coast. As it is qualifying right now, a field of 17 drivers have signed in. We're going to see 3 heat races, 6 laps. Everybody's in fact is going to go to the show. However, the inversion is going to be 4. So the qualifying invert is going to be 12. So we'll take a look at drivers and their fastest lap times as they see the left side of your screen now coming up. We're just waiting for those times to come through. There we go. Now we're going to see some of the drivers that we are focusing on, and let's take a look at one of these cars. Jake Henry, the 171 car. 12.833 for Jake Henry. Samuel Backman goes quick time with a 12.628. Dean Reynolds second quick with a 12.641. Here for the RSN trackside, 358 modifieds. Trent Verstraeten with a 12.887. On lap number 1, lap 2 is going to be slower. There's Blake Chapman with a 12.754, 12.754, getting near the end of this qualifying session. 12.945 for Blake Chapman. We've still got Matt Schaefer, who has not turned a lap just yet in the qualifying session. But a field of 16 drivers have taken time. As again, we'll take a look at the overall fastest qualifiers. And as we're not too far away from rolling into heat race number 1, and speaking of getting ready to go into heat race number 1, let's take a look at your starting lineup for the opening heat race of the night for the RSN Trackside 358 Modifieds. Jake Henry lines up the 171 machine from pole position. Logan Wentz at paint, colour change at paint. Number change as well. He normally drives the 18. He's going to pilot the 32 car. He'll go from position number 2. Connor Ross in the 35 will start from position number 3. Samuel Backman, quickest here tonight in qualifying for the RSN Trackside 358 Modified. He'll roll off out of position at number 4. Excuse me, then we go back to your third and final row, inside and outside. Trent Verstraete in the 088 machine. He'll start from position number 5, and Bob DeGood in the 7 car lines up out of position number 6. But I believe we are going to be ready to go 1 to green here off turn number 4 as we wait for the safety car to move infield. And safety car is off. They'll come to the green. They'll wait for the RSN green to come out. Then there we go. Logan Wentz, Jake Henry will lead us down the front straight away through that first and second turn. It's excuse me. It's going to be Logan Wentz to the outside. Logan Wentz to the race lead. Look at Samuel Backman. You're going to go upstairs. 3-1 off turn number 4. Connor Ross tried to go inside in that 35 machine. Here comes Samuel Backman coming after Logan Wentz for the race lead. No. Wentz goes to protective mode through the middle of the speedway, and now here comes Samuel Backman in that 7 car for Full Throttle Motorsports. RSN Trackside, heat ranks number 1. Here for the 358 Modifieds. Ross again working it down to the inside. He's digging it deep and selling it cheap up turn number 4, and he had second at the start-finish line. No cautions in the heat races, only in the main event. So everybody going to transfer directly to the show. Normally we'd be talking about the top 4 going through, but right now everybody going to transfer into tonight's A main event. Connor Ross again to the inside on Logan Wentz as they work it off for turn number 2. Connor Ross has gone up by half a car length into turn number 3. White flag is out, 1 lap left to go here in heat race number 1 for the RSN Trackside 358 Modifieds. Wentz again going to sail it upstairs into turn number 1 and 2. Samuel Backman down to the inside. This contact into turn number 3 we go, and well, it's going to be checkers out for Samuel Backman in the 7 car. The checkers are out in heat race number 1 of the RSN Trackside 358 Modifieds. The Gambler Motorsports and Thursday Night Thunder Spring Season Week number 4. Take a look at the official results coming up on screen. Samuel Backman gets the win. Connor Ross second. Logan Wentz third. Trent Verstraete in fourth. Bob DeGood fifth. And Jake Henry comes home in position number 6. Heat ranks number 2 lining up this way. The 555 car of Harold Klump will start on pole position to the outside of the front row. The 213 of Michael Vitale from position number 2. Second row inside. Excuse me, he's going to be the 122 car of Brian Dickens to the outside. The 79 car of Dean Reynolds. Second quick here tonight. He'll start from position number 4. John Morano rolls off the 33 machine from position number 5. And Matt Schaefer, who failed to turn a lap in qualifying. Not sure if he's even in the server. But he's going to roll off out of position number 6 here in what is heat race number 2 for the RSN Trackside 358 Modifieds. The first of a double header here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Don't forget, later on, after the RSN Trackside 358 Modifieds, the Full Throttle Motorsports Big Block Modifieds. The Full Throttle Motorsports Big Block Modifieds will have their turn. Then the Pro Late models will have their turn for the third race of the series. And the NASCAR Xfinity cars will travel to Martinsville Speedway. Travis Pearsfield will have the call for that one as we get set for what is heat race number 2 as lights are still on. All right, green flag is at the ready, and there we go. Heat race number 2 is underway. The RSN trackside 358 modified. The 555 car of Harold Klump is going to lead him the way. Look at the 3-wide battle there just to the right of your screen. John Morano going to go from that 5th position up to position number 3 as Dean Reynolds is just getting caught there on the top side of the racetrack. Now he's going to battle back by the 33 car of Morano. To the inside goes John in the 33 entry, and then Dean Reynolds. Meanwhile, almost a new race lead, but still Harold Klump leads the way from Michael Vitale. Although Vitale, here he comes back down to the inside, nearly going 3 wide for the race lead. And boy, I tell you what, this 4-car pack can almost throw 5-car. And I'll tell you what, even Matt Schaefer finally, he made his way onto the racing service after not getting a time in qualifying. He's going to have to do it the hard way. Reynolds again, still trying to work it upstairs. So right now, the Federated Auto Parts at our 55 Raceway track has got a number of different lines here tonight in the opening couple of heat races. Hopefully that it's going to stick as we continue to move forward throughout the course of the night. And John Morano going to challenge for the race lead. White flag is out, and Harold Klump, John Morano from starting position number 5. Can he get the win? Final lap down into turn number 3 and 4. Morano to the inside. Klump on the outside. Who's it going to be? I think Klump just held on. Boy, that was very tight at the line. Heat 2. Harold Klump gets the win in the 555 car by 35 1/1000ths of a second over John Morano in second. Michael Vitale, Brian Dickens, Dean Reynolds, and Matt Schaefer. So less than 1.1 second separating your 6 cars in heat race number 2. Heat number 3. For the RSN trackside 358 modifieds, Jeffrey Barker in the 513 will line up on pole position. Pat Boyce in the 41 will start position number 2. Position number 3 with the 20 car of Blake Chapman. Anthony Morano in the 32 will start position number 4. And Michael Vecchio in the 007 car will start from position number 5 as we get set for the third and final heat race of the night. Safety car is in. We are racing up for turn number 4, and there we go. Final heat race for the RSN trackside 358 modifieds as it's going to be Jeffrey Barker leading the way. Blake Chapman quickly moves into position number 2, although Pat Boyce is going to make it work back to the outside. So heat 1 seen the top side, probably the favourable place to be. Heat 2 seen the bottom side. I wouldn't be surprised to see the bottom side be favourable once again in heat race number 3. Anthony Morano going to go down to the inside there, and Pat Boyce off for turn number 4. Chapman tried to protect that inside line from the 32 car of Anthony Morano. Boyce again still stuck up 3/4 of the way up the racing surface. And now Blake Chapman, he's going to have a chance to work this thing and wheel and deal it on the top of the raceway. Good side-by-side battle right now between Blake Chapman and Anthony Morano. The second and third position is Jeffrey Barker. Sets his sights on the inside second row starting position and sets his sights on the checkered flag. He'll come to the white flag this time by off for corner number 4. And well, Jeffrey Barker from the pole position, courtesy of that 12th place qualifying, netted him a pole position start in tonight's third and final heat race of the night. They'll come into 3 and 4 for the final time. By the RAC flagman says, checkers are out, boys. We are done in heat race number 3. We'll take a look at the official results before we move into what is your warm-up session. So heat 3 results on screen. Jeffrey Barker gets the win. Anthony Morano second. Blake Chapman third. Fourth, we've got a Pat Boyce and Michael Vecchio going to round out your top 5. All right, we'll take an opportunity right now to step aside here on Ultimate Dirt TV and on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Come back with your main event. 30 laps around the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. You're watching your Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder RSN Trackside 358 Modifieds. And we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV coverage of the RSN Trackside 358 Modifieds. Here tonight from the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the call as we get set to take a look at your starting lineup for tonight's feature race starting grid. On the pole position will be the 7 car of Samuel Backman to the outside of the front row. The 555 car of Harold Klump lines up at a position number 2. Position at number 3 with the 513 car of Jeffrey Barker from 4 the 35 of Connor Ross. From 5 with the 33 entry of John Morano to the outside, the 32 car of Anthony Morano. From position number 7, the 32 car of Logan Wentz from 8 the 213 of Michael Vitale. From position number 9 with the 20 car of Blake Chapman from 10 the 088 of Trent Verstraeten. The 122 of Brian Dickens starts position number 11, the 41 of Pat Boyce lines up at a position number 12. Bob DeGood in the 7 starts position number 13. Dean Reynolds in the 79 starts position number 14. The 007 of Michael Vecchio starts 15th, and Jake Henry in the 171 car will start position number 16. And the 83 car of Matt Schaefer lines up at a position number 17. We get set for 30 laps on the board here from the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway for what is your Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder. Bring it into turn number 3 and 4. 30 laps on the board. Let's get dirty for 30. Here from the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. Samuel Backman after going quick time and winning heat race number 1 from the second row. With a bit of luck, he's going to lead the field down into 3 and 4 for the first of 30 circuits around this tight little racetrack. And Samuel Backman on his way to try to pick up a clean sweep here from the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. Meanwhile, Harold Klump in the 555 under some pressure right now from Jeffrey Barker in the 513 car. Barker going to move to position number 2, utilising that bottom side of the raceway. Here comes Connor Ross in the 35 car, trying to work it upstairs. Meanwhile, it's the battle of the Moranos. Anthony versus John. John in the 33 car. Anthony in the 32 car. They work top and bottom. Verstraeten and Vitale are side by side. So 2 by 2 for 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th position right now. Backwind just like that, ticking off 4 laps into the World Series of this 30 lap feature event. Barker closing in just about half a second away. It opens up to about 7/10 of a second. We're going to say Jeffrey Barker is almost one of the quickest cars on the racetrack. Although that time by Anthony Morano looked to be the quickest with a 13.029. And here he comes now working to the inside of Harold Klump. Now got by Connor Ross. Meanwhile, John Morano still trying to work it inside. And Anthony Morano is going to pick up the third place position for the time being. Klump again still sending it upstairs into turn number 3 and 4. So your top 3, they're all working with one another, all working to the inside of the raceway here at the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. As here comes Vitale to the inside on Ross, and now Michael Vitale in the 213 trying to get by Harold Klump. We go 3 wide in the middle of turn number 1 and 2. Ross on the outside, Klump in the middle, Vitale on the inside, and Vitale's got that inside line working just much like to what your top 3 are doing as well. Although Anthony Morano going to try a different line through turn number 1 and 2. Verstraeten moving up through the field as well. He's up to position number 7. There's some contact here in the mid-pack right now. Watching Dean Reynolds in the 79. Reynolds, remember, he went second quick in qualifying. Fortunately went backwards in his heat race, but now starting to move forward in tonight's A main event. He's up into the top 10. Now look at Anthony Morano. He's opted to go upstairs. Figured, well, hey, maybe the bottom side isn't probably going to be the place to be all the way around this tight little racetrack. Barker still holds on to position number 2, although nearly catching a piece of the concrete wall on the inside. Vitale all over the back of Anthony Morano in the 32 car. Now Connor Ross comes after Vitale. So 3rd, 4th and 5th, they're all nose to tail through turn number 3 and 4. 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th are going to be that way. Watching Barker, Morano and Vitale, 2nd, 3rd and 4th for the moment. Connor Ross is going to go upstairs. Verstraeten goes to the inside of Harold Klump off turn number 4, but It's still going to be Harold Club holding on to position number 6. They're just outside of a top 5, and holding on to a top 5 at the moment is that 35 car of Connor Ross. Look at Anthony Morano. He's found a different line right through the middle of the raceway, and it is working a treat right now. We're just past halfway home. Hey, Mark, how are you, buddy? Hope things are well. 14 laps left to run, and boys, Samuel Backman, he might have some company here in the next 5 or 6 laps, provided that we stay green, because Parker's now slipped outside of nearly a podium position as Vitali goes to the outside, and Vitali moves up to position number 3. Parker just getting caught on that inside line. Now probably a good opportunity for him to follow Vitali and Anthony Morano as they try to track down your race leader. Looking at lap times, the Michael Vitali quickest car by over a tenth of a second, well over a tenth I might say. Morano went down low in 3 and 4. He's going to have a whole mirror full of the 213 car. So second, third, and fourth, just to the very right of your screen, will fade out of the screen. But yellow is out, coming to 10 to run. Pat Boyce in the 41 car. See what happened here. See whether that was a single car spin or whether there was contact with another driver. Just had a bit of contact there with the 122 car. Oh, Brian Dickens, looks like there was no malice in that one. So again, the 41 car, Pat Boyce, comes in field. He will get a fast repair. He'll come back out onto the racing surface and will tag up to the back end of this field. I've got to say the 7 car of Samuel Backman with 10 to run. Notice we don't have Isaac Salas here tonight. No. Jason, where are you? I know you're normally one for the Gambler Motorsports and Thursday Night Thunder 358 RSN Trackside Modifieds. Also have the Full Throttle Motorsports. Big blocks to come after this one. Then the Pro Late Models to have the final dirt race of the night with the Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder. And just like that, we're back to green. And then, of course, we'll have the NASCAR Xfinity cars headed to Martinsville Speedway. So they go to a paperclip as well. The green flag is back out, and now we're inside of single digits for the laps remaining. Trent Verstraeten now. He's going to go to the top side. Barker, oh boy, the 35 car of Connor Ross is going to go around. We'll go yellow. Oh, Club in the 555 car just gets into the back of Connor Ross as they sailed it down into turn number 1. So Ross, you can see back in the pits. I'm hoping that he actually drove back there and not caught a tow. I know he did catch a tow, so unfortunately he'll have to sit there for a minute 45. And being such a shorter racetrack, the lights to go out on the racing.com Steve King Foundation safety car. We've still got 16 cars on the raceway and on the lead lap. Of course, just the 1 car back in the pits. That's Connor Ross in the 35 car. Lights are out. Backman going to bring us back to the green. Green flag with 8 to run. Samuel Backman in the 7 car for Full Throttle Motorsports. Looking to pick up a clean sweep for the RSN Trackside 358 Modifieds. Verstraeten is going to go upstairs into turn number 3 and 4. He found it on the last restart. Can he make it work? Can he put himself into a podium position? Morano going to make that car as wide as possible, and rightfully so. Nearly 3/4 of the lap of the racetrack. Just above mid-track goes the 32 car. Vitali shoots it down to the inside on Verstraeten. A good battle going on for the minor place seats and to stay And for the drivers inside the top 5, Barker's got some company. Here comes Morano down to the inside. 4 to run for your race leader, and you can see your top 5 on screen. There's nothing in it. There's less than about 8 to 9 tenths of a second separating those top 5 drivers. Morano goes by Barker down into 3 and 4. He'll look to slide it up in front of the 513 car. Barker comes back to the outside. Vitali goes to the inside, and Vitali had third at the line with 3 to run. We are going to go yellow, and that was massive. That's a big move there from Marco Vitali, because he will hold on to position number 3. We've got Logan Wentz slowing and stopped on the front straight away. So keep an eye on Vitali, because I believe that once they catch up to the safety car, if Barker's not going to go around him, which means no, my suspicion was right on this one, Vitali holds on to position number 3. And the Full Throttle Motorsports guys are 1 and 2 for the moment. Samuel Bachman, Anthony Morano. You see Dean Reynolds in the 79 car just at the bottom of your screen, who entered back into the pits. Will get a fast repair, but there's only going to be 2 laps left to run. Two to go for your race leader. Lights are out. Who's going to take out the first of 4 races here on Thursday Night Thunder Gambler Motorsports Spring Season Week number 4. 3 races that come from the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway, then 1 race headed to Martinsville Speedway. 15 cars still on the raceway. 2 laps left on the board for Samuel Bachman to pick up a clean sweep for the start on your Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder. We're back to green. Samuel Bachman, Anthony Morano trying to go upstairs. Vitali also working down to the inside. They'll come off a turn number 4. The white flag is out. 1 lap left to go for the 7 car of Samuel Bachman. He'll get through turn number 1 and 2 and get to the back straight away for the final time. Your RSN Trackside 358 Modified main event win is going to go to the 7 car of Samuel Bachman. He will pick up the clean sweep here for tonight. And a good way to start this, Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder off for the 7 car of Samuel Bachman. Take a look at your feature race results. Samuel Bachman gets the win over Anthony Morano in 2nd. Michael Vitali 3rd. We'll chat to those 3 drivers here in just a few moments' time. Trent Verstraeten comes home in 4th place. Jeffrey Barker rounds out your top 5. John Morano home in 6th. Blake Chapman 7th. Michael Vecchio 8th. Matt Schaefer 9th. And Bob DeGood going to round out your top 10. We'll go over the page and look at the drivers from 11th through to 17th. Jake Henry in position number 11. Followed closely by Pat Boyce in 12th. 13th, we'll go to Logan Wentz. 14th is going to be Dean Reynolds. Harold Klumper makes up your top 15 drivers in the 15 cars that were left on the racetrack and on the lead lap. Brian Dickens, 4 laps down in 16th position. And Connor Ross, after being involved in that first caution, will come home in position number 17 with what is 9 laps down. So there is your full field rundown for the RSN Trackside 358 Modified main event here from the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. We'll go trackside. We'll chat to your top 3. Well, let's start off with 3rd place. It's Michael Vitali in the 213 car in 3rd position. Michael, congratulations on this 3rd place finish. And I'm going to say you had your work cut out for you here tonight, but you end up coming over the 3rd place finish. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, I'm happy with that. You know, it was a good run. Nice, clean race.
We've seen throughout the heats, the top and then the bottom come into play. You guys had 3 minutes to burn the track up. I got to say, that feature race looked like it had a number of different lines. Were you happy with sort of how the track was after that 30-lap feature event?
Oh, absolutely. I think, I was actually a little surprised the bottom came in as well as it did. I think bottom middle was where to be. I tried to get on the Anthony a few times, but he was a little faster coming off the corners. But all in all, it was a good run.
Like you were sitting in 4th, 5th position for the most part of that race, but I guess you got a little bit lucky. You got to run on the outside of Jeffrey Barker, and just as the caution flag came out, you got to the start-finish line first. How big of a pass was that to hold on to a podium position here tonight?
Hey, if I can get a chance to get in front of Jeffrey, because he's a tough driver there, so I'll take that luck any day.
Absolutely, Mark. Congratulations on a third place finish here in the RSN Trackside 358 Modified main event here for your Gambler Motorsports and Thursday Night Thunder. Michael, before we let you go, we'll let you thank everyone involved on this 213 car, buddy.
Yeah, first of all, I want to thank my wife for letting me do this day in and day out. And I want to thank everybody back at the Vitale Motorsports, my teammate, Billy Roberts, Jake Henry, Randy, Nick, and you for putting us on, and Coast to Coast for giving us a place to run every week.
There we go, Michael Vitale home in position number 3. We'll chat to the man that comes home second place tonight. It's the 32 car of Anthony Morano. And Anthony, congratulations on the runner-up finish. One spot away from probably where you wanted to be, but not a bad way to open up this Thursday Night Thunder campaign once again.
You can't complain when you and your team make it first and second, that's for sure. Yeah, I'll definitely take it. Sam ran a great race. Yeah, I mean, I was actually a lot of fun there. Kind of fell asleep on that one restart, but got lucky, got back around Jeff there, and had a good run there with Sam for the last couple laps on that green, white checkered, and definitely take second. It's a good points night and keep going.
The bottom side was probably the place to be for the first half of that race, and you guys sort of found the middle first. Then late in the race, the top side started to come back into play, but you know, this track, again, it utilised all sorts of racing lines to be fast around here.
Yeah, you had to really be paying attention to what was going on around you there. I was, the bottom definitely in the beginning. I mean, I kind of figured that I watched my dad in his heat race come from like 5th and almost won his heat race. I was like, oh my goodness, I got to get down there. But and he ran a good race. He finished, I think, 6th or something like that. So good job to my dad on that one. But yeah, I kind of peeked a little bit in my mirror. I saw, I think it was Trevor was running up against the wall, and I was like, well, he's flying up on me. I got to try it. And it worked, but it was definitely a driver's track. You had to pay attention and move around.
Anthony, congratulations on the second place finish here tonight from the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway for the RSN Trackside 358 Modified. Anthony, before we let you go one more time, we'll let you thank everyone involved on this 32 car.
Yeah, I thank my wife, Sherry, Dean, my teammates at Full Throttle Motorsports, Dean at Super Dirt Car, Logan at Hi Mom Lens, MDI TV, GripHack.com, Expert Installation, Swan Speed Shop. And a big congratulations to my teammate Sam up there picking up his first coast-to-coast win.
There we go, Anthony Morano home in second place, and completing a sweep here tonight. He picks up, as Anthony just said, he picks up his first coast-to-coast win. It's the 7 car of Samuel Backward. Sammy, hey buddy, congratulations on this win. I'm hearing it's your first feature win.
Oh yeah, first feature win for Coast to Coast. Finally get it done, to be honest.
Not only that, we go back to qualifying. You're the fastest qualifier, started 4th in your heat, got a little bit lucky there on the last lap, but nonetheless you picked up the win in the heat, so basically you clean swept the night so far. I mean, overall, that's not a bad way to get your first feature win and sweep the night here at the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway.
Yeah, it felt, to be honest, the car felt really good on the bottom, right off the rip, and I knew I was just gaining, leaving those guys a little bit behind me, little by little, but like midway 10 to go, the middle really started coming in. Anthony, got to thank him for kind of letting me know about that. That was super nice. And I went to that middle and kind of just kept her straight up there. And those cautions kind of killer. I was a little scared about them, but it was all right.
I've got to say, we had a caution. I think we had three cautions throughout the course of the night. That last caution with the green, white checker, were you nervous at all with Anthony starting behind you, knowing that how good he is on the bottom side?
Yeah, I was. I told him, I was like, don't give me no slack. I was like, I want this one for sure. But yeah, no, it was a good race, to be honest. He was catching me for sure. He was way faster, but just ran out of time. I got the win, so I'll take that.
Well, Sammy, congratulations on your first coast-to-coast racing main event victory here. You do it at the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway for the RSN Trackside 358 Modified. Sammy, now we'll let you take everyone involved and once you can quickly go and celebrate before the big blocks take to the racetrack very shortly.
Yeah, all the boys over at FTM, Gunner at Swan Speed Shop, Dean over at Super Dirt Car Series, Expert Installation, you for broadcasting, and Coast to Coast for putting on the league.
There we go, Sammy Backman getting the win here from the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. Of course, we've still got the Full Throttle Motorsports Big Block Modifieds to come. So with that being said, we'll take this opportunity right now to step aside here on Ultimate Dirt TV and on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. We'll come back with the Full Throttle Motorsports Big Block Modifieds. But for now, your RSN Trackside 358 Modifieds are done and dusted here from the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. Samuel Backman goes quick time in qualifying. He gets the win in heat race number 1. Heat 2 winner was Harold Klump. Heat 3 winner was Jeffrey Barker. No consolation race, so straight into a warp we had, and then straight into our 30-lap feature event. Leading all 30 laps was the 7-car of Samuel Backman. So congratulations to Sammy on getting his first Coast to Coast Racing League victory. No doubt they'll get a sticker out to him, but with that being said, we'll take this opportunity right now. I'll be back in just a few short moments on the other side of this. Your Full Throttle Motorsports Big Block Modifieds here on your Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder.
It's time for another edition of RSN Trackside, powered by Bob Johnson Auto Group on Rock Sports Network. Kiss on the champion. Trying to be a bit of a hiatus, so let's get. Tonight we'll be talking about it.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our weekly race chat.
Adam Ross and Clinton Jeffrey are live and interactive every Tuesday night. Rivals Race Chat is your home for race discussion, debate, news, interviews, and more. They'll even take your questions and comments live on the air and talk to some of the newsmakers each week. Tune in every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. on GeForce TV.
And we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV and on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. It is now time for your Full Throttle Motorsports Big Block Modifieds to come here tonight from the Federated Auto Parts at R55 Raceway, Spring Season Week number 4. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the calls. We get set to go qualifying right now on a field of what is going to be 18 drivers. 18 drivers have signed in to the pit area for tonight, and well, we are getting ready to go qualifying right up in the dark right away. So let's take a look at some of the drivers and see the drivers' times as we get ready for this session to begin. And let's see who the first car is that we're going to see. Harold Plump in the 555 car, one of the first cars on the raceway. There is the 18 car of Logan Wentz, also taking a lap time in the Castleberry Flagstone number 18 machine. Again, top left of the screen will be the times to come through. And one of those first times to come through, Dean Reynolds with a 12.536, a 12.536. There's Logan Wentz. His first time was a 12. His second lap time was better with a 12.545, a 12.545 as Kurt Schatzer piloting the Dirt Track Bank Gotcha 6 Racing Network 218 machine. Wait for his first lap time to come through. Should be either 14, 15 or 16. One of the 15th or 16th cars to take a time. 16th car to take a time, and it puts him 8 quicker right dead smack in the middle of this qualifying session. 12.576, a 12.576. Can he improve on the time? Yes, he does. He will jump to position number 2 with a 12.514. Michael Vecchio, 17th quick. There's Malachi Smith in car number 50. Malachi waiting for the first time to come through. This should be lap number 1 right now. Might even be... yeah, this will be lap number 1. Lap 1 for Malachi Smith, 17th quick with a 12.751. A 12.751. Samuel Backman, the only other driver in this 18-car field to not take a time. Malachi Smith going to improve on the time, but not on position. So that will wrap up the qualifying session here for the Full Throttle Motorsports Big Block Modifieds. Let's take a look at your starting lineup. Again, the inversion is going to be 12, so 3 heat races on the program, 6 laps, everybody going to the show. Connor Austin at 35 will start on pole position. Blake Chapman in the 20 lines up at a position number 2. Dean Reynolds at 79 will start position number 3. Michael Vitale, who goes quick time tonight, will start from position at number 4. Jake Henry in the 171 car starts position number 5, and Matt Schaefer in the 83 lines up at a position at number 6 as again, the first of 3 heat races on the program for this evening. Straight into what is the opening heat race of the night. 3 heats on the program, no consolation race. Then into a warm-up, then a 30-lap A main event. So, again, we've just come off the RSN Trackside 358 Modifieds. No doubt the Full Throttle Motorsports Big Block Modifieds will look to put on a show here from the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. Safety car stays on the racing surface one more time, and it'll pull to the infield off turn number 4, and then the iRacing Green will start the race. So again, who will take out and who will start on pole of tonight's 30-lap main event? We've seen... we've seen Samuel Backman go fastest in qualifying, then pick up the win in heat race number 1, and then lead all 30 laps in the main event. Can Michael Vitale do it here in the Big Block Modifieds? We are green as Reynolds going to be under pressure right now from the 213 car of Vitale's. They work it off for turn number 4. It's going to be Connor Ross leading lap number 1. Here comes Blake Chapman trying to go through the middle of the raceway. Chapman in the 20 car, Reynolds in the 79. This would be your battle for what would be the top 4 transfer positions. Seeing as there's no consolation race, it is straight up lining up this one from the heat races. Ross leading the way over Chapman. Vitale in 3rd, Reynolds in 4th. And look at that, there's 3/10 of a second separating your top 4 drivers 2 by 2 for the entire 3 laps so far. We've still got another 3 to run. Blake Chapman to the race lead in the 20 car. Vitali and Chapman running through the middle. Ross and Reynolds still running the inside line. That outside line just starting to favour right now for Chapman and Vitali. Ross needs to get up if he wants to make sure he will start position number 4 in tonight's A-main event. But again, here comes Marco Vitali. He featured on the podium. He had to check up, otherwise he would have got into the back of Connor Ross. Final lap. Final time down into turn number 3 and 4 we go. He raced number 1. Reynolds dove down to the inside. And, well, Blake Chapman is going to win. Look at that. A little over 4/10 of a second for the drivers in heat race number 1. Let's wait for the official results to come up. Here they are, official results. See it this way. Blake Chapman gets the win over Connor Ross in second. Third, we'll go to Dean Reynolds. Back to Michael Vitali. There was 22 one-thousandths of a second separating Reynolds and Vitali at the line. Jake Henry in 5th. Matt Schaefer home in position number 6. Heat number 2 will look like this. Anthony Morano will start on pole in car number 32. Trent Verstraeten in the 088 will start position number 2. Position number 3 will be the 18 car of Logan Wentz. And to the outside, the 218 of Kurt Schatzer lines up at a position number 4. Michael Vecchio, the 007, starts position number 5, and Malachi Smith will line up at a position number 6 in car number 50. So heat 2 is upon us. We are ready for a start. Safety car moves up, and well, we'll see if Anthony Morano featured with a runner-up finish in the RSN trackside 358 modifieds. We'll see what he can do in the big block modified thanks to Full Throttle Motorsports. And well, that Full Throttle Motorsports 32 car is going to lead lap number 1. Verstraeten now to the outside. Morano still working on the inside. He's off for turn 2 into turn 3 we go. Morano still with the lead just by a front bumper. And there's not a whole lot in it, and still, it's a side-by-side battle for the race lead. Will that outside line prevail? Verstraeten has got it right now. Morano still making it work on the inside, but no, Trent Verstraeten is going to lead lap number 3. Logan Wentz back to position number 3. Schatzer in 4th. Vecchio and Smith round out the 6-car field, although here comes Morano back after Verstraeten, but Trent Verstraeten in the 088 machine looking good here in heat race number 2. Winner of this one will start outside of the front row in tonight's 30-lap A-main event. They'll come to the white flag. 1 lap left to go. Verstraeten has got it. He's got to hold on for 4 turns. He's gotten through turns 1 and 2. Backstretch for the final time. 3 and 4 we go. Verstraeten and Morano. Verstraeten's got the run right through the middle. And Trent Verstraeten is going to win what is heat race number 2. Again, we'll have to wait for the official results to come up, and here they do, quickly moving through the program here from the Federated Auto Parts at R55 Raceway. Trent Verstraeten with the win over Anthony Morano in 2nd, Logan Wentz 3rd, Kurt Schatzer 4th, Michael Vecchio rounds out your top 5 with Malachi Smith to make up the 6-car field. Heat race number 3 will look like this on the pole position with the 555 car of Harold Klump to his outside, the 41 of Pat Boyce from position number 2. Position number 3 will be the 33 car of John Morano. From 4, the 513 of Jeffrey Barker. From 5, the 7 of Bob DeGood. And from 6, your 358 modified RSN trackside main event winner of Samuel Backman was scheduled to line up at a position number 6. However, he did not make the call, so 5 cars getting ready to do battle around the Federated Auto Parts at R55 Raceway. Full Throttle Motorsports, big block modified. Final heat race of the night. Harold Klump will lead him to the green flag. Pat Boyce slipping back to position number 2. John Morano, Jeffrey Barker immediately going to go at it. Go back to John Morano's heat race earlier on in the 358 modifieds. He went from that 3rd row up to position number 2. So John Morano knows how to get it done in the heat race, especially utilising that inside of the raceway. That's exactly what he's doing right now. It's still going to be Harold Klump, the leader of heat race number 3. Boyce now to the outside. John Morano, Jeffrey Barker, a little bit of contact down the midway point of the back straightaway. But this battle for the lead between Klump and Boyce, nearly a dead heat at the start-finish line. Boyce to the outside of Klump one more time. There'll be 2 to run at the line. Boyce 3/4 of the way up the racetrack. Now mid-track goes the 5 car. Pat Boyce will lead lap number 3, looking for a heat race victory here tonight from the Federated Auto Parts at R55 Raceway. Here for your Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder Spring Season, week number 4. Your Full Throttle Motorsports, big block modifieds. White flag is out. 1 lap left to go Here in heat race number 3, into 3 and 4 we go. Pat Boyce in the 41 is going to be successful in the final heat race of the night. What a good heat race that was. Now wait for the official results to come up on screen. Then, of course, we take a quick commercial break. Those Heat 3 results on screen right now. Pat Boyce gets the win over Harold Klump in second. Jeffrey Barker third. John Morano fourth. Bob DeGood rounds out your top 5. And, of course, we know Samuel Backman did not take to the green flag in heat race number 3. Right, we'll take a quick break here on Ultimate Dirt TV and on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. We'll be back with your Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder Spring Season Week number 4, a main event. Thanks to Full Throttle Motorsports and the Big Block Modifieds on the other side of these quick messages. And we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV coverage of the Full Throttle Motorsports Big Block Modifieds here from the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the call as we get set for your 30-lap A main event to come here for what is your spring season week number 4, the Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder. We'll take a look right now at your starting lineup for your 30-lap A main event. On the pole position with a 20-car Blake Chapman to the outside of the front row. Trent Verstraeten in the 088 from position number 2. From 3 with the 41-car Pat Boyce. From 4 the 35 of Connor Ross. From 5 the 32 of Anthony Morano. From 6 the 555 of Harold Klump. From 7 the 79 of Dean Reynolds. From 8 the 18 of Logan Wentz. From 9 the 513 of Jeffrey Barker. From 10 the 213 of Michael Vitale. From 11 the 218 of Kurt Schatzer. From 12 the 33 of John Morano. From 13 the 171 of Jake Henry. From 14 the 007 of Michael Vecchio. From 15 the 7 of Bob DeGood. From 16 the 83 of Matt Schaefer. From 17 the 50 of Malachi Smith. And from 18 the 007 of Samuel Backman. They get the one to green signal right now. Blake Chapman, Trent Verstraeten is going to bring the field to the green flag off turn number 4. Safety car will move in field. And here from the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway, 30 laps on the board, the Full Throttle Motorsports Big Block Modified A main event. Let's get dirty for 30 years. We are racing 3 cautions in the RSN Trackside 358 Modifieds. What's the number going to be here for the Full Throttle Motorsports Big Block Modifieds? As they work it into 3 and 4, we will look to complete lap number 1. Who's it going to be? Blake Chapman, Trent Verstraeten. I think Verstraeten had it at the start-finish line, not by a whole lot. So we do complete lap number 1, and the yellow flag is going to come out. Kurt Schatzer in the 218 machine, slowing. Ooh. Okay, a little bit of a helping hand there by the 171 car of Jake Henry, and some contact between the two. So Schatzer goes around, and I think Jake Henry's actually claiming that one himself, so opting to take an EOL. Very classy move to say, hey, you know what? I was at fault for that one. You may give me an EOL. It's not often that you have that. So, 2 in the books here from the Federated Auto Parts at our 55 Raceway leader. Going to have lane choice. All right, we're back to green here at the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway, and we have got one around. That's going to be Pat Boyce in the 41. So Pat Boyce around. Let's have a look if we can stop the timing and scoring screen from going absolutely berserkers. Check it up for Connor Ross, and again, leaving Anthony Morano nowhere to go. So Boyce will go to the tail end of the field. He'll go back to the pits first. Now I'm hoping that he was able to drive there. No, in fact, so he's actually had to call the tow. So that 41 car is going to be sitting He's sitting there waiting for the 1 minute 45 virtual tow from the iRacing.com towing services. So if he comes back out, it should be under the next yellow flag conditions, hopefully. Otherwise, if he comes back out under green, hopefully it's not in front of the field. 3 down, 27 to go. Back to green, Trent Verstraeten, who opted to go to the inside line here on the restart. Connor Ross immediately going to challenge Blake Chapman for the runner-up position. Meanwhile, Anthony Morano will work into the top shelf. Ross Chapman is going to be Blake Chapman holding on to position number 2. Ross again, once again, works to the low side through 1 and 2. Here comes Morano squeezing up on the outside in the 32 car. Meanwhile, Logan Wentz is also going to trail the 32 car upstairs, as is that 79 car of Dean Reynolds. So you see a real combination of top and bottom side being utilised here. Meanwhile, Chapman, that's Blake Chapman in the 20 car. He tried to send it right through the middle of the raceway through 3 and 4. Ross again dies down to the inside of Morano as they work it off for turn number 2. Morano's got third at the line, and here comes the 32 car. Normally you see the 32 car of Anthony Morano. He's so good on the bottom side of the racetrack. He's opted to go, you know what, I can run the bottom, I can also run the top as well. Chapman got by Connor Ross on the back straightaway one more time. Ross not going to give up without a fight. Chapman still closing in on Trent Verstraeten, your race leader. 8 down, 22 to run. Make it 21 as they work it off for turn number 4. Verstraeten, Chapman, and Morano. You know there's nothing in it between the top 3. There's 3. Make that 4/10 of a second. Still watching Chapman in car number 20, the driver in the runner-up position. Also watching and keeping an eye on the very bottom of your screen now to the right of your screen. Logan Wentz trying to get by Connor Ross. Watching Morano as well, still trying to make a way and make a lane past that 20 car of Blake Chapman, but now just thinks better of it. So you know what, I've got a fair bit of time to go. Morano, and sorry, that's Logan Wentz, sorry, got by Connor Ross. Now here comes Dean Reynolds in the 79 car. Looking to put that King Race Designs Full Throttle Motorsports Super Nerd Car Series 79 car into a top 5. He dives down to the inside on Ross. He's got it down to the midway point of the back straightaway. Reynolds through the middle of the raceway. He's got position number 5. And I think Dean Reynolds has found something right now, right through the middle. As he was one of the quickest cars on the racetrack, except for the top 2 who are in the 12.9s at the moment. They're on the previous lap. Reynolds, he was quickest from basically third on back, although Morano may have figured something out as well. Meanwhile, back up front, here is your battle for the lead off for turn number 4, and the cross flag sticks around 15 down and 15 to go. So other than the caution on what was lap number 4, I think it was, this is a good green flag ride right now for these drivers as they continue to work it around the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. Trent Verstraeten leads in that 088 machine from Blake Chapman in second. A gap back to third place, and we will go yellow. Michael Vitale, he was around in the 213 car again, featured on the podium in the RSN Trackside 358 Modifieds. Just still. So that first initial contact was really nothing in it. He done well to save it, but then the second bit of contact was just a case of 3 wide, unfortunately. So Vitale goes back to the pits. He'll get a fast repair, and he will tag up to the back of the field, as will Michael Vecchio. But again, you can see there just coming pit side. Lights are out, 13 to go. Single file restart. So Travis Piercefield will have the call for the Pro Late Models and the NASCAR Xfinity cars from Martinsville Speedway here on the coast to coast. But after this main event, we'll chat to the top 3, and then the Ultimate Dirt TV side of things will shut down, and we'll see you back next week as Green Flag Racing once again here at the Full Throttle Motorsports Big Rock Modifieds A main event. The straight to the top shelf. Chapman goes through the middle. Morano trying to the top side of the raceway as well. Logan Wentz, Dean Reynolds back in 4th and 5th position. Have a look at Matt Schaefer. I think Schaefer has been the biggest mover through this field. He is. He's up 10 positions. Make that 9 if he gets by. So he's up from what is 16th to position number 6 at the moment. And the 83 car of Matt Schaefer. Gee, he's making some headway here tonight. Bob goes back to the outside. Challenge for the leaders on Blake Chapman. There's 10 to go. This will go down to 9. So single-digit laps remaining here from the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. Verstraeten holds on by 3/4 of a car length at the start-finish line. Chapman still working it to the inside. He's good through the middle. He knows that, well, Anthony Morano and Logan Wentz are also trying to make it work. And nothing in it but a front bumper bar between Verstraeten and Chapman. Verstraeten tags the concrete wall in the middle of turn number 1 and 2. Verstraeten needs to figure out 3 and 4 if he wants to hold on to the race lead. Morano trying to dive down to the inside, and you've nearly got a 3-wide battle for the race lead. Verstraeten and Chapman, Morano and Logan Wentz, your top 4. Half a second between the 4 of them as they work it with 6 laps left to run. Blake Chapman, that is big. He will lead what is lap number 24. Verstraeten gets into the concrete wall. He loses the race lead. Now under some pressure from Anthony Morano and Logan Wentz. Morano again working down low down into turn number 1 and 2. Wentz got into the back of him. Verstraeten into the wall. Wentz goes on by. Here comes Dean Reynolds now. Going to fight for a podium position here off turn number 4. He looks to get to position number 4, but with just 4 laps left to go for Blake Chapman. Morano would have to pull an absolute miracle out to get the win here tonight, because Blake Chapman, as good as he is, with one in the middle like that, he ain't going to spin out unless something happens and something disconnects with the wheel. There'll be 2 to run at the start-finish line for the 20 car of Blake Chapman. Twin sticks in the air, 2 to go. For Blake Chapman from Anthony Morano, Logan Wentz, Reynolds and Verstraeten will fight it out for positions number 4 and 5, but they come to the white flag. 1 lap left to go. Gambler Motorsports, Thursday Night Thunder, spring season, week number 4, your Full Throttle Motorsports, big block modified, A main event into 3 and 4 for the final time. Checkered flag is out. Blake Chapman is victorious. Second will go to Anthony Morano once again. Third of the line is going to be Logan Wentz. And what a way to wrap up the big block modifieds thanks to Full Throttle Motorsports. Let's take a look at your official results up on screen. Blake Chapman confirmed your race winner from Anthony Morano and Logan Wentz, your top 3. We'll chat to those 3 drivers here in a few moments' time. Trent Verstraeten, Dean Reynolds to come home 4th and 5th. They had a good battle for the final spots inside the top 5. Matt Shea for Hard Charger up 10 positions. He'll come home in position number 6. Kurt Schatzer 7th. Harold Klump in 8th. 9th is Jake Henry and Jeffrey Barker. Going to round out your top 10. Bob DeGood in 11th. Michael Vitale 12th. 13th we'll go to John Morano. Michael Vecchio 14th. And Malachi Smith, your top 15. And ironically, the last car on the lead lap. Pat Boyce finishing 3 laps down in 16th position. Connor Ross in 17th. And that was the 17 cars. Unfortunately, Samuel Backman did not take a lap in that race here this evening. But when it's all said and done, Blake Chapman is your winner here tonight from the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. What a race this was. We'll chat to your top 3. Third place tonight will be the 18 car of Logan Wentz. And Logan, congratulations on this third place finish here tonight. Boy, that was one that you really had to work for. But when it's all said and done, buddy, a third place finish here with the big block modifieds.
Yeah, it was quite fun out there. I had a lot of fun racing with Dean and everybody else.
But late that race, you guys were really made to work the top, work the bottom, work the middle of the raceway. It looked fun out there. Was it fun from the cockpit?
It wasn't. It wasn't a little scary getting close to that wall, but after a little bit, you got used to it. Towards the end of the race, after that last restart, it was quite middle dominant.
Sort of having a quick debrief now after the race has only been done for probably 60 to 90 seconds. Where do you think you could have been a little bit better to be higher up on this podium?
Especially up top. I was beating and banging the wall a little bit where I definitely shouldn't have been. It slowed me down a bit, but I caught my mistakes and made them up.
Logan, congratulations on a third place finish here tonight from the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway, the Full Throttle Motorsports Big Block Modified main event. Logan, before we let you go, we'll let you thank everyone involved on this 18 car.
I got to thank Casper Flagstone for keeping me employed each week. Morano Racing for giving me a spot on his team to run everywhere. You for putting these broadcasts on, and Coast to Coast for giving us a place to race every week.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Logan Wentz home in third place, home in second place tonight for the second time tonight. It's the 32 car of Anthony Morano. And Anthony, well, back-to-back second place finishes here from the Federated Auto Parts at our 55 Raceway. Once again, you're close, but hey, this 32 car had a whole lot of speed here tonight once again.
Yeah, trying, again, points racing's the main thing right now. I think Blake was actually second in points, so I guess that's as good as it's going to get for limiting the damage. So, yeah, it was pretty good. Car felt good. I was able to move around a lot. And, just like the 358s, had to find where the track was at the moment and pay attention and just careful on the throttle and move forward.
Talk us through this racetrack, because we've seen you early on in the race, utilize that top side, then sort of probably right around the halfway stage of the race, you opted to go the middle, and even late in that race, you even tried the bottom side.
Yeah, I figured I wasn't going to get around Blake or Trent running the middle or the top, so at least maybe stick it in there 3 wide and move them up the track and have the bike coming out or the drive or something just to maybe steal one there, but didn't work out, but we'll take second. And yeah, it was a lot of fun running up like that. I know Logan was right there with us, so I mean, that was a fun race to be in. I hope it was fun to watch.
Certainly was, Anthony. Congratulations on this second place here for the Full Throttle Motorsports Big Block Modifieds from the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. Anthony, once again, one more time, we'll let you thank everyone involved on this 32 car that makes it all possible for you.
I think my wife Sherry, my teammates at Full Throttle Motorsports, Dean at Super Dare Car, Logan at High Mom Lens, Gunner at Swan Speed Shop, MDI TV, Expert Installation. Brett, you for doing the broadcast, and on at Coast to Coast.
There we go. That was Anthony Morano home in second place. Home in first place tonight is going to be the 20 car of Blake Chapman. And Blake, congratulations on this win here tonight. And I've got to say, you had to time those. You had to time on when you made your moves, and you made the right moves. You come over victorious. Congratulations on the win.
Yeah, thanks, Brett. That was a really difficult race actually. When I got side by side there with Trent and him getting into the wall and kind of taking himself out of the lead, that's what really handed me the win, I think, because we were racing side by side there for a couple laps, and I really couldn't get the angle into the corner that I wanted to. And when I could get that angle, I thought I was the fastest car on the track. So once he got into the wall, it was just about keeping it easy and steady and being patient on the gas, and was able to do that and bring home the win tonight.
How tough is it to try and roll the middle like you were right through the slick, knowing that you look around on the bottom side there, it looks like there's a bit of moisture down there. You look up top, there's something to lean on, but there's also a bit of moisture. How tough is it to make that decision just to continue to roll through the middle of the raceway?
Yeah, it's really tough because I know the top is usually where the fast line is, and the bottom, it looked like it had grip, but I've run at this track enough to know that that's not the fast way around the track. So just keeping it in the middle and keeping it patient. You got to be really patient on the gas in these things if you're rolling through the middle. And fortunately, I was able to be just patient enough tonight.
Well, Blake, congratulations on the win here tonight from the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway for the Full Throttle Motorsports Big Block Modified A-Main event. Blake, congratulations on this victory. Before we let you go and celebrate quickly before the Pro Late Models take to the racetrack, we'll let you thank everyone involved on this 20 car.
Yeah, first I got to thank the family for watching. I got to thank all the guys at the Krite Sim Racing team and the Can-Am Racing team. I got to thank Preston at Epsilon Sprint Wraps and Andy at A&J Custom Creations. I got to thank Galen's Gourmet Popcorn. They got some of the best popcorn out there. You can head over to their website and check them out. And don't forget to use code CART, that's C-A-A-R-T, at checkout for 15% off of your purchase. And I got to thank you for putting this broadcast on.
Blake, congratulations on the win. Go and celebrate, buddy.
Thank you.
There we go. Blake Chapman, your winner here tonight from the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. Your Full Throttle Motorsports Big Block Modifieds are done. Now, of course, we get to go Pro Late Model Racing here from the exact same racetrack before the NASCAR Xfinity cars heads to the paperclip at Martinsville. Travis Piercefield. Travis, welcome back in, bud. It's good to have you back.
Thank you for that. Yeah, like you said, we've got the Pro Late Models going to wrap up the night here from I-55, and then we'll head to Martinsville, which should be an exciting Xfinity Series race. But we've got about 28 minutes to wait before those Pro Late Models here, Brett.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, with that being said, we're going to take this opportunity to wrap up here on Ultimate Dirt Speed. More importantly, we'll take a quick break here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. But for now, your RSN Trackside 358 Modifieds and Full Throttle Motorsports Big Block Modifieds are done. So the first two of four races are done here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. But till then, on behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV is signing off. Coast to Coast Racing Network, we're staying live. Back in just a few short moments.